Hey everybody in the internet world. Got a request today from, well, not today, but got a request from Gina to do the characters from Back to the Future, which, if you haven't seen it, classic. Oh, I've got some good facts on this. So this is Dr. Emmett Lathrop Brown, but they just call him Doc. That's just, let's call him Doc. And he was actually played by Christopher Lloyd, who is the inventor of the DeLorean time machine. Oh my gosh, my brother, when he was young, he was obsessed with the DeLorean. He's like, someday I'm getting a DeLorean. So has he gotten one yet? No. But now we see, because their doors would go up, cool. Now you see Tesla cars that are like that, and they're so cool. So it's like the new DeLorean. I've seen Tesla once. It opened. It was so cool. So we're going to start with his head. I made him a fun character, okay? Because I can, right? We're going to make a big egg head. So we're going to draw, this guy's going to have it. He's going to have an egg head. Now, instead of making it just a round bottom, we're going to kind of make it kind of point. So he's got like this pointy head. So if you guys can look at it, almost looks like a guitar pick. And we put the line down the middle, and then I made his eyeballs. I look at, they're not even like even, whatever. So I made it kind of crazy. I don't know if I'm gonna make this one as crazy as this one is. So I'm gonna come across here. We're gonna make the eyes a little bit even. This is driving me bananas, but that's okay. So on this line, I am going to do the eye. So we got one circle right under this line, and we've got another circle. So I'm making this one more, it just works better. And then his nose is right here, and then we have his mouth right here. Okay, and we are going to have below it, see what this line right here, we're going to have his ears that are just going to be some grandeur ears coming off. Okay, so to make his, well, I guess we can erase, well, up here, these are his goggles. So we're gonna make ovals up here in this space. So there's one oval, and then we're gonna make another oval in this space. That's gonna be his glasses. And then now you can erase the center lines. So I'm making this a little bit more symmetrical. Okay, so we're gonna make his eyes, so he's looking shocked just because he always looks like this, like something's always going on. He's got a shiny and his pupil. Okay, we're gonna do his eye right in the middle, circle, shiny, and then the pupil. So what else do we know? So Doc helped Marty restore the space-time continuum. Oh yeah, classic. Okay, now what you're gonna wanna do with your Sharpie is we're gonna be making the lid part right here a little thicker, and we'll do the same thing on this side. We're gonna make this thicker up here. I'm just showing you now. So you cut out, and then he's gonna have a crease line above his eye, and then he's gonna have eyebrows, but you can't really see them. They're big and bushy, but they're under his goggles. So they're in there. They're in there. And we'll put the other one on this one. He has big bushy eyebrows, which it's so cute when old men, they get these crazy eyebrows. Okay, so we'll do a little line here. He's old, so we gotta kind of make him look a little old. And for his nose, so we have it where it's gonna be. So we're gonna do the bottom of his nostril. And then it's going to work like that. So we can erase in here. Do I like that? It's okay. I might make it look a little bit better. I think I made it a little too far out. So this is his nostril. That's okay. He kind of has a big nostril here. And I'm pitting crease lines to make him look old on either side. And with this line right here, he looks like a grumpy old man. Don't be coming in here. But we're gonna make his mouth open because he's like, a little shock going on. All right, so now we are going to make his mouth open. He's like, oh my goodness. And this is his top teeth, and then we're gonna make his tongue here. And then when you Sharpie, you're gonna Sharpie all inside there. Okay, this is his crazy, crazy hair. Now we're gonna give him some sideburns right here. Some sideburns. And we're gonna do his glasses. So they're gonna come out, they're kind of like goggles. And so we'll make the goggles come out like this. So they have like pieces on the ends. And then you wanna come in here and make a parallel line. So we're gonna be sharpening all this in. So all of this is going to be sharpied in. And then I go, make 2 lines. Oh, we need to have the goggles. Well, it looks like the goggles are a little askew. That's okay, right? Gives it character, as I tell my kids. If they have a pimple on their face, it just gives you character, but they don't appreciate that, but that's okay. And this one we will erase inside the goggles in here. We will eventually, we're gonna color this in. All right, let's make this look a little better. Okay, I think it's coming along. Let me have this side. Super, super job. All right, so he has his eyebrows, his ears, we're gonna put inside the ears. And then we're gonna come inside here, make inside the ears. And then we're gonna erase so it looks like the ears are connected. What else do we know? Oh, this is so cool. So one of my favorite scenes is when Marty McFly is singing Johnny Be Good on the stage, and he's like, wah, 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 and he's like getting on the ground. It's so cool. And everybody's looking at me like, you're crazy, because that music has not come about yet. They almost took that out because they said it didn't flow. Oh my gosh, can you imagine that not being in the show? It's classic. Okay, so now we're gonna do, this is gonna be his shirt. That's his shirt right here. And then we're gonna put he has an undershirt under there. And now we are going to do his collar. So we're gonna come down a little ways. And then do his collar coming out, and then we're gonna make this go back in. And then we're gonna make his shoulders come out. Okay. This is his collar to his lab coat to make him look like a doctor. And I think it's like a doctor of science. Now we're gonna do his amazing hair, because he looks bald, because he's bald right now. So we're gonna come across the top. This is going to be his hair up here. And we're gonna make it kind of wavy, and it's gonna come out. Whoop. Make it kind of wavy, it's coming out. And then it's coming back in. Coming back in. Now we're gonna put some hairs in there. What else do I know? Oh, so Back to the Future script. Oh my, this is amazing. It reminds me of Dr. Seuss and or Harry Potter. It was rejected 40 times by major studios. Can you believe that? They're like, no, it's no, time machines, stories, no, it's not gonna work. They kept rejecting them, and the guy created, just kept putting it out there, rejection. He took it to Universal Studios. Well, they finally got the green light, but he was rejected 40 times. Even Disney. So one said that it was too goody two-shoes, and they're like, no, we want more raunchy. So they said, go to Disney. So he went to Disney, and Disney's like, no, we don't like the scene where he flirts with his mom in the different age. Oh, also let's come across his ears here. So we're gonna get rid of some of this. So none of them were pleased. Finally, Universal Studios took it on. That was probably the most genius thing they can do, because I'm sure all the other studios realize, oh, this is amazing show, right? Okay, we're gonna Sharpie it real quick, and then I'm gonna show you how I colored it. So I did a ultra fine Sharpie, and I'm gonna outline it with just my regular fine. Okay, let's do this, and I'm gonna show you how I colored. Okay. I realized I forgot the flowers on his Hawaiian shirt. I gave him a Hawaiian shirt. So I'm just going to make some flowers and some leaves, some other leaves, part of the flower. Oh, I realized I put more shirt in there, but that's okay. You can add more shirt, less shirt. All right, and then now I'm gonna go around with my big Sharpie around the outside, color in the mouth and stuff, and around the goggles, and then I'll erase. Now I'm going to erase my lines. All right, I will do half of its face. So Doc has, oh, I don't even have the color brown. Let's see what I got up here. Here we go. So I'm taking, oh, it's light brown, and we're going to do his eyes. So I'm pressing hard at the top and lighter at the bottom. What else do I know? Oh my goodness. I told my husband about this. We were laughing. So the studio thought the name was bad, Back to the Future. They're like, that's a ridiculous name. So it went down the line that they wanted it to be named Spaceman from Pluto. Yeah, I know. Whoo! So it finally got to Steven Spielberg, was the one that created it, and he said, no, we're keeping it Back to the Future. And thank goodness he did, because everybody knows Back to the Future. So I'm taking just the peach. I'm going to color his whole face. I'm just doing one side, but you want to do the whole thing, okay? Also, another thing I found out. So Michael J. Fox, oh, he was so popular back then. Like, he was the end all be all, you know, the heart throb, the crush everybody had, you know. He'd be like a Tom Holland now, you know, everybody's like, oh, Michael J. Fox. And so at that time he was doing Family Ties. And I read that he, in his contract with Family Ties, he wasn't allowed to miss a set. So he would work on he'd work on Family Ties during the day from like 9 to 5. And then he would go to the set of Back to the Future, and he would work there till I think 1 or 2 a.m., get a couple hours of sleep, and go back to work. So that's pretty impressive, as some of you might know. So I'm taking tan. I'm going to go around his eyes. Unfortunately, Michael J. Fox, is he still alive? I think he's still alive. He has Parkinson's, and so that's what makes you're totally inside is normal, but your nerves, there's a connection wrong, and you start shaking. You shake a lot. He says the only time he's not shaking is when he's sleeping. That's the only time his body is calm. And my dad died from Parkinson's, and it's sad to see, because inside their brain is completely them, but their body stops working they want it to, and slowly but surely everything shuts down. And it mostly affects males. It does females, but not very often. So I'm just going around where all my Sharpie is and coloring in, pressing harder in some spots. Okay? All right, so now I am going to take the red. We're going to put a little color on his tongue. Oh, didn't mean to do the whole thing. Press that a little hard. And then I'm taking pink. Of course, signature rosy cheeks here. But I love learning new things, especially about history and fun facts and things like that. It just makes my life so happy. Will I always remember it? No, my brain within a week will forget almost everything I have studied. But at the time, it's amazing. So now I'm going to take gray. We're going to put in details of the gray. So under the lash line, we're going to be putting in a shadow in there, and then we're going to put a shiny. So all you do is just make a little dark spot here, and it just makes it look like it's rounded. Okay, same thing we'll do the same thing on that side. Also, a little bit under the teeth, so it just looks like there's a shadow. And then we have the gray hair, so you're going to go dark right along this edge line, And then you're gonna go dark along the hair, and then we're gonna come out lighter. Because he's got like white hair, but it has gray pieces. So you can add more gray to it as you're going along. So I'm just gonna go dark around the ears and then add some more lines in here. So do this on all this. Go around all of it. So it's, see how I just kind of make it a little darker and then come out lighter. And then go around all the hairs. Oh, also this is like, oh, I think I used black to make the shiny in here. Just make some lines across like this. I think I added, that's black in there. We can add black. And then I also added, do I have black? Of course I don't have black. Why would I have black? There we go. There's some black. Okay, so this part is black. And I also put some light brown inside the ears to make it a little darker. Oh, I also put pink on the nose, bottom of the nose a little bit here. And I put a little light brown on the bottom of the nose, give it more shadow. And I think I even put a little bit underneath here. Oh, definitely under the chin, add some darkness under there. And you can even come in black, do a couple extra lines in here. And then a shirt, I use jade green. So I just added a jade green shirt to this. All right, I think you can do this. Oh, I also added, if you look on here, it just makes it, the hair pop. It's like a light is glowing on his bright hair. So I just did yellow, a little bit on the eyebrows. So just add some fun yellow in there, and on his lab coat. It's almost like he's glowy. So I think you guys got this. See you guys in the next one.